We are in, this war for me started 2021. Well, actually 2017, a complete destruction of my life. An urgent appeal. Because for me, the inequality of power has been so unbalanced. And the only thing that can create peace and harmony in this situation is to respect all fellow human beings. I appeal for the video of the toilet. This would prove terrorism. I appeal for photos of me. I appeal for the right to work and how I've been kind of portrayed as a monster that poos in the garden. I would love to know where on earth and why I am being denied the right to work in any field that I'm qualified in. She probably hung me in graphic design, she probably hung me in T-cell teaching, she probably hung me in counselling, which is my path in life, intuitive therapy and light work, and this stuff is to do with my family. We were always around this growing up, just foot spas, aura photos, Reiki. Even my shop I just made was a little bit, I'd call it witchy, but it was all about crystals and candles and smelling nice and art. I would love the massage video. I appeal for this because, and I've done a lot of deep healing in all these other places, like Bikram yoga, like Reiki, energy healing, breath work, mindful, chakra. All this kind of stuff is what I grew up with, and the Christians are definitely against it. I guess I didn't walk into the church telling them I was brought up like a rainbow kind of child, but I do appeal because when I polish up, I actually do look very professional, and a lot of my time was spent researching and understanding this war and what was happening to me, and that took time. I didn't just wake up and understand what war was. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand civil war, civil rights. I had to sit there and read it. Like the times you're calling me lazy, I'm sitting there studying stuff on my phone while you're calling me a smelly old doll-bludger. I was reading about land disposition, making quality food from scratch for my mum to pay my way, as I had no other way because the government fucked me. As in, it's real torture it seriously is torturing me to keep blocking me going to work every effort, diverting calls, blocking emails, then blocking all social support because they were arresting every friend. Like I made friend from Taiwan and he genuinely liked me, and they won't let me get to know anyone. They go and poison the relationship. He genuinely liked me. He genuinely took me out for yum cha about 3 times and wanted to get me to Taiwan to learn and teach English. And then they destroyed me and said I'm not good enough for English. Teaching anything, made out I'm crazy. Everything that I was trying to do, they were destroying it. And then because I started reading about human rights, I think they just really abused me and bullied me on the couch. But I've got proof here that I was poisoned with high levels of zinc. I think it's on that form, and it definitely says that I've got problems with my liver and my something else. I definitely need to go to the hospital and I need to be checked out, and I'm terrified because they're following me around with a group of friends, and Lossa basically said it was definitely my friends from the past causing problems, and I went to a church in Mount Eden and I said, look, I'm having a real problem with these friends. Can't find them, but Leanne said it's not my friends. She said she thinks it's foreigners bullying me. And I said, she just kept saying, as your friend, be quiet. And that's what somebody else was saying, and I didn't take her seriously. Why? Because I guess I just thought she was trying to do her best, but for me, because I'm stubborn and learnt counselling, I guess I felt like asking for help was everything, and it just made everything worse. The more I talked, the more people they got to connect to and bully me and trash me down till I was nothing. They were following me with adverts of these women in the mental ward about 4 years ago, telling people I'm the worst quality ever because some of the serial killers were in there, and I was terrified. And they were basically saying I was lucky that any Kiwi man would like me after that because I'm so disgusting. So they must have been showing that toilet video for many years and calling me ugly, like showing photos of me after silver and mercury poison, calling me a Halloween face. I would love to urgently appeal. I'm kept in a tent. I definitely have a humane side to me, and I definitely shut off when I have to go into crisis, and I can really micromanage my feelings to put that aside and work on people in the moment, which is kind of what a nurse does or a doctor. Well, I've had to rescue my own exes who are they seem like they're real arrogant and they're really abusive and they hit women, but their cat is eating rat poison and they're a heap of mess on the doorstep crying, not knowing what to do. The cat's foaming at the mouth, blood curdling, and I'm the one that, even though I'm the sensitive one, it's like I'm the one that had to do everything practical. It's like I went off and got myself a box and all these. I was only 16. This is just one example, and just all these towels wrapped up the cat really tight in this towel so it wouldn't scratch everything, and then tried to drip feed it some water, and I called it after hours vet and it really got saved in the end. He was a mess, and that also shows human nature. Although he's a very arrogant person that was bossy and throws his weight around, during that he's very sensitive about an animal in so much pain he couldn't cope. And that's the thing, is I am really good in a crisis with people needing help, and I've always put myself out there, and I'm definitely on INFJ, which is a diplomat. It's just I've been treated so unfairly for so long. It's gotten to a point where I've been treated so roughly. It's making me so angry and hostile and irritated and irritable. And I think that's a form of PTSD too. So I've had this long-standing abuse. I'm bullied. There's no solutions to my problems. I get harassed out of every job place. Anyone else can go to the law or fair work, but not me. Why don't I get the same rights as other people? I mean, I wasn't that bad. Is it really just because of welts under my eyes, or is it just because this is total tyranny? Wherever I went to work, it was really cruel. I went to work, they kicked me out and ostracized me from all my friends at work, basically all over Australia. And some of them weren't even my friends. They were just acquaintances that I just met instead of to have friendly relationships. I just turned them all against me straight away. The mob, and then it's unfair. And then so I was getting kicked out, not kicked out, but iced out. They were just forming groups and icing me out, and then they've formed a whole establishment without me. And then they moved it to New Zealand when I moved, and they were following me all over New Zealand and aggravating me, blocking me. And I did try so hard. I want you to understand how hard I tried. I went to basically the backpacker board. The whole time that I unfairly got put in a mental ward years and years ago, I sat at the computer daily working out on the exercise machine and filling out forms for all of the backpacker board and then all of SEEK. I was basically applying for all these jobs in Alice Springs because I was like, as soon as they illegally put me in that ward, I was like, okay, that's it, I'm over it, I want to go to work. But they keep chaining me to all this crap and drama all the time, and it's unfair. Why can I not get a job? It's not because I'm unreliable, because Kylie and Mum took me every day. It's a real corruption here. And I just want to say, when I went to Sweden, I was really happy to be working with other refugees. They're sitting with other refugees and talking about their life. Like, I met girls from Jordan, Greece, Siberia, other guys from Singapore and Dominion Republic. It's very unfortunate, as I really love travelling. They've really taken credit in a culture war in this genocide of a lot of the creations that I did, and have made me look like somebody else for years, like sexually, and I'm quite, it's just not me. I don't feel comfortable with it. I mean, maybe if I'd spent like $50,000 on a killer body and I didn't have all this poison and toxins going on, maybe I would be a porn star, but I don't really think I don't have it in me, because when I was attractive, I got offered so many masturbating men jobs at these massage places, which I was interested in for healing work, and I couldn't do it. It's very good money, and I can't do it. It's a very you need to be a certain type of person, I think. I would not be sitting in a tent right now because there's money to be made, but really he's really trafficking me, like bullying me everywhere. They're hacking into my stuff, and then it's like, no matter how hard you try, you can't get a job, and then it's like you go in public and you're getting bullied out of the public eye because you don't have work. I can't win. I appeal urgently for this. I would love to do any work to do with like humanitarian work, and basically I shouldn't have to appeal for my CV, but they've broken my life, so I appeal for this, for a big heart, because I do have a lot to give to other people, more vulnerable, and I love my family to death, and I'm being really boxed in and not allowed to move anywhere in society and really stigmatized.